every NBA legend's most clutch moment. So we gonna see some clutch moments right now. LeBron James's blocks better be there. We're gonna probably see some Steph Curry stuff before we get into it, guys.
Make sure you smash the subscribe and follow button. Hype up this video.
Let's go.
On the line, legends rise. These 10 NBA icons turned pressure into greatness, delivering some of the most unforgettable moments in basketball history.
There'll be some good ones,
you know. What are the most clutch plays of their illustrious careers? Pat Riley once said that if he had to choose a player to take a shot to save a game, he'd choose Michael Jordan. But if he had to choose a player to take a shot to save his life, he'd take Larry Bird. Larry Legend had plenty of fourth-quarter heroics, with the most famous being the stolen inbounds pass from Isaiah Thomas, which sealed the win for the Celtics in the 1987 playoffs.
And it was like in slow motion. It was like the ball like goes up in the air. I didn't even see it.
No way.
That's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ.
No way.
However, that's just the tip of the iceberg of his clutch plays. In 1983, he hit this crazy one-legged three for the win against Phoenix.
Beautiful shot.
In 1984, Bird hit a game winner in Game 4 of the Finals against Magic. And in 1985, he hit buzzer beaters in back-to-back games. But then there's the legendary story of scoring a game winner against Xavier McDaniel, one of the toughest defenders in the NBA, which fully illustrates how much of an insanely clutch and confident SOB Larry Bird was. There was under 10 seconds left, and Larry said, X, I'm going to get it right here and shoot it right in your effing face.
Oh,
After
God
the
damn.
shot, 2 seconds remained on the clock, and Larry was actually mad.
He shot a shot right in my face. And, you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock.
But if there's any other Celtic that came close to Larry's clutch scoring, that has to be the truth. Paul Pierce. Pierce has scored or assisted on 12 buzzer beaters in NBA history, which is the most all time. The first memorable clutch moment came over Al Harrington in 2003. But the shot wasn't even the most impressive thing. It's the fact that Pierce had been trash-talking Al during the entire possession.
Yo, it's that street basketball.
Pierce.
Oh.
What a shot. W.
In 2008, there was a legendary duel between LeBron and Pierce. And in Game 7, both delivered. The King had 45, but the truth wasn't far behind with 41, leading the Celtics to victory. In 2009, during Game 5 of the first-round matchup against Chicago, playing without the injured Kevin Garnett, Pierce knocked down the game-tying shot in the final moments of regulation, then buried the game winner in overtime to help the Celtics take a 3-2 lead in the series.
Talk about clutch.
The following season, Pierce knocked down another playoff game winner, this time against the Miami Heat in the first round of the 2010 NBA playoffs.
Pierce puts it up for the win.
Oh my God.
LeBron was really inspiring for Paul. And in Game 5 of the 2012 Eastern Finals, Pierce did it to James again.
Pierce for three.
No way he's in that LeBron. Crazy.
However, the loudest and most memorable game winner of Pierce's career didn't come with the Celtics. It happened when he was with the Wizards, when Pierce called game.
Did you call bank? I call game.
But even though he's suffered a few devastating buzzer beaters from Pierce, LeBron James has more than made up for it later in his career. The King has the most buzzer beaters in playoff history. He's made the most game-tying, go-ahead field goals in the final minute of a playoff game. And across his entire career, he's made more than 1,000 clutch shots.
Bruh, I'm not trying to support LeBron's case. I'm not picking sides. But I always hear in the YouTube comments that LeBron is not clutch. But clearly there's some statistics to show he is clutch. So where do we go from here, guys?
I think it's just people that don't like LeBron that say he's not clutch.
I don't know, man, because I hear it a lot, but then... Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what men like, women like, numbers don't. Like, what do you go from here? Like?
Yeah.
So guys, you lot tell me, man.
Which is the most in NBA history.
Appreciate you saying I've been clutch my whole career. It's not many like you, I tell you.
It's really hard to choose the most clutch moment of his career because there were so many great games, great shots, and great moments to choose from. However, one game stands above all the others for many different reasons. That game had the most pressure, it had a formidable opponent full of Hall of Famers, and almost everyone in the NBA wanted him to fail. It was June.
Why? This is just off topic. Why is LeBron called the King, but MJ isn't?
I think LeBron gave himself that name. But because
he gave himself.
So
That's why he does that.
Yeah,
crown
I
thing.
think, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, because my knowledge is a bit funny sometimes. I think he gave himself that name, and people felt a type of way about the name. But then as he came into the league and he dominated from young, people are all right, you're good to the point where you kind of have to, like, you have the you're allowed to have that name to a degree, because otherwise if you're shit and you're calling yourself the king, people are like, what kind of king are you? You'll get violated. Let me know what you guys think. That's my take on it. I think he gave himself the name and it ran, basically.
Yeah.
7th, 2012, and the Boston Celtics had a 3-2 series lead against Miami, playing in front of a sold-out TD Garden. If LeBron didn't play well, it would be the second year in a row that he failed to win with a super team, after he proclaimed that they'd win 7 titles. But then, with his back against the...
DJ just said a good point. They call LeBron the king, but they call Michael Jordan Black Jesus. They all got these names, man. They all got these.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And Cash is saying he didn't give himself the name. Apparently, the fans gave it. I don't know, guys. You lot tell me what's going on, because I would love to know as well.
Yeah.
The wall and his career legacy on the line, the King delivered one of the most cold-blooded and dominant performances in NBA history. Dunk after dunk, one tough jump shot after another. LeBron seemingly couldn't miss as he went 12 out of 13 from the field en route to a 30-point first half. In a game where seemingly every made basket was a clutch shot, LeBron, who played every minute through the first 3.5 quarters, had come out of the game with 45 points on 19 for 26 shooting, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists.
That's good
against
numbers,
4
man.
Hall of Famers.
Well,
my
I just go
God.
out and just do what I've been taught, and that's to play at a high level and have fun with it. I won't regret anything. If I know I played hard and I gave it my all, I won't regret anything, no matter the outcome. That's where I've been this whole season.
It was the most clutch and most dominant game of his career, and the one that changed his legacy forever. But if we're talking about the single most defining play of his career, it's not any of his buzzer beaters, but a block. Block.
That's what I said.
That was epic. I can't lie.
That won them the game.
Being the best regular season team in NBA history after going down 3-1 in the finals was legendary. And despite multiple 41-point games in that series, the block on Andre Iguodala will forever remain the best and the most clutch play of his career. Honorable mention goes to Game 5 of the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals, when he scored 29 out of the last 30 Cavs points to defeat the Pistons. Or
Talk
the
about
clutch
carrying,
game winner
innit?
over Kawhi to seal the 2013 championship against San Antonio, and the playoff buzzer beater against Orlando in 2009.
Like in our early reaction days, when, like, for example, you said the shot over Kawhi, we would have just thought that's just a normal, the fact that it went over Kawhi's head makes it 10 times more special, because we understand how good Kawhi is.
Of course, yeah.
So, like, it's good that our knowledge has gone up to some degree, because it makes us appreciate moments more.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Similar to
Kawhi is
LeBron,
serious.
Michael Jordan had a career full of heroics, iconic shots, and complete masterpieces in the playoffs. Jordan is the only player to average 40-plus points per game for an entire playoff series, more than once. And better yet, he's done it 5 times.
Oh my
MJ has
God.
8 50-point playoff performances, which is the most ever, as well as the most 40-point and 30-point games in the postseason. His best games include a 69-point showing in the regular season against the Cavs, the 63 points he poured on Larry Bird and the Celtics in the '86 playoffs, which is an NBA playoff record.
It was an incredible playoff performance. I've never seen it before, and I had never seen it after. That wasn't Michael Jordan out there. It was God disguised as Michael Jordan.
That's why they call him Black
55 points
Jesus.
he dropped against Barkley in the '93 finals, which is the scoring record for the finals. But the most memorable of all of MJ's iconic moments is the last time he suited up for the Chicago Bulls in Game 6 of the '98 NBA Finals. In a hard-fought series against the Jazz, Jordan made a crucial steal in the final minute of Game 6 when the Bulls were down by 1. He ran down the court, crossed over Byron Russell, and then swished the mid-range jumper to give the Bulls the 1-point lead.
Nasty. Look at that. Crossover was dirty.
After Stockton missed the last-second heave, the Bulls celebrated their 6th title, and Jordan walked away from basketball as the GOAT. Honorable mentions go to the shot Jordan hit over Elo,
A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win!
and the game winner against Georgetown in the '82 NCAA Finals. But unlike LeBron and his idol MJ, Kobe Bryant never had a
Black
career-defining
Mamba.
moment in the finals, despite
He
7
did.
trips to the finals and 5 championship rings. this is arguable, but Bryant's most clutch moment came early in his career when he wasn't even in his prime. It was Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals, and the Lakers survived a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter, completing the comeback with arguably the most legendary alley-oop in NBA history.
Damn.
A few weeks later, during Game 4 of the 2000 NBA Finals, the Lakers had a 2-1 series lead. But then Shaq fouled out, and the Pacers were ready to pounce and exploit the Diesel's absence. However, the Lakers still had Kobe, who waited for this opportunity his whole life.
In the finals in Indiana, I foul out. I'm like, damn, I let the team down again. And you put your hand on my shoulder and say, don't worry, big fella, I got it.
I got this, brother.
I love his mentality, man.
Who, Kobe's?
Kobe's mentality. He was literally a leader.
Yeah.
That's what he was. Not just a player, he was a leader. Great guy.
Man like Kobe, man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. On the biggest stage, and Kobe took full advantage.
Here he is over Jackson. How good is this kid?
Bryant shot 4 for 5 from the field and scored 8 of the Lakers' 16 points in overtime, including a putback layup that won the game for the Lakers. And even though this game was the coming out party for Kobe, he still only averaged 15 points in the series. And when we're talking about Mamba's clutch gene, that Game 4 game winner was only the beginning. In 2002, Bryant hit a game winner in Game 4 of the Western Semis against the Spurs after another offensive rebound. Kobe only had one 50-point playoff game, and it came in a loss against Phoenix in 2006. In that series, Kobe hit a tying shot to force overtime in Game 4.
Look at that.
And in the OT, Bryant made another buzzer beater for the win.
Bryant for the win. Bang!
He got a bang! Bang!
However, the Lakers eventually lost the series, so it's not something that
sad.
Kobe ever remembered as an accomplishment. So, despite 13 playoff games where he scored 40 or more, and 12 playoff series where he averaged more than 30 points per game, his most clutch moment actually came in the regular season. It was December of 2009, and the battle of the two best shooting guards in the world. It seemed like Wade got the better of Bryant, as the Heat held a 2-point lead with 3.2 seconds to go. But with the Black Mamba, no lead was safe.
Looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling.
Oh my God, the distance on that. Woo! Insane shot. What the hell?
It was such a Kobe moment. I actually couldn't be that mad because I looked down and I said, it's Kobe.
Guys, how many of you behind your TV screens or just shouted, Kobe!
Black Mamba! Full effect!
They said, Kobe, while they're watching it, seeing if it goes in, then they said that.
Yeah.
You see the laugh or cry. I don't know what's funny to do. I'm gonna laugh. Hey, man, you're the only person.
Big up Dwyane Wade, because he just said, you know what, bro? Like, I can't even be mad.
Course,
like,
yeah.
Kobe's the guy that took all that
You
back.
can tell he proper respects him.
Yeah, massive. That's what we want to see.
I'm like, look, anybody else ought to tow that locker room up.
And even though he came up short that time, Dwyane Wade had plenty of clutch moments of his own.
Yeah,
Even
he's
as a
good,
rookie,
man.
Wade showed the world that his veins were as cold as ice. In his first ever playoff game, the Flash scored his first career game winner.
Push it up. It's good. Yeah, baby. Came through.
However, for casual fans who were not familiar with his game, Wade made sure that they knew it after the 2006 finals. With Miami down 0-2 against Dallas and facing a 3-0 deficit as they were down by 13 points midway through the fourth quarter, it was Wade's time to shine. Number 3 led a miraculous comeback with 15 points in the fourth, hitting 6 out of 9 from the field, and finished the game with 42 points in a 98-96 victory.
Pulls up, banks it in, tie game.
He followed it with a pair of 36-point games in Games 4 and 6, and a 43-point outing in Game 5, which included the game-winning free throws to secure a 1-point victory. With 34.7 points per game, it was the 9th best scoring average ever in the finals.
No way.
One clutch play after another. However, just like Kobe, Wade's best clutch play came in the regular season. Playing against the Chicago Bulls, Wade stole the ball from John Stamos and immediately began sprinting down the court. With 2 defenders by his side,
We
Wade
saw
did
that,
a
innit?
hero step and launched a one-legged
Nasty.
jumper from 25 feet. Bonus points for yelling,
He's
"This
so
is my
good.
house," on the scorer's table. And
God
even though there were
damn.
many houses that he could call his own, Kevin Durant made his mark in all of them. In Oklahoma City, he went to work early. The team was still playing in Seattle, and KD was a rookie, playing in only his 10th game of his career.
Oh, that
when
was
he
early
made his
KD.
first game-winning buzzer beater.
Durant steps into a 3 for the win. It's already good.
Nasty
A few
work.
years later, he torched the Hawks again.
Here's a double team by the Hawks.
Durant pulling up, firing and scoring.
KD.
I think a lot of NBA teams must dread going up against KD. His style, his height, his abilities, a lot, man. Like, as a defensive, like, to be playing defensively against that, I think it's just hard work. Don't get me wrong, of course, other players are hard work too, but there's something about KD's play style, man. I think it's just a lot.
Yeah, KD's cool.
Very good player.
Yeah.
Cooked up many other game winners from his kitchen of pull-up jumpers, namely against the Knicks, Raptors,
Gonna pull up for the lead, and
It's too much.
and the Timberwolves in the regular season.
Durant fade away, buries it.
And then the Lakers in the playoffs.
This is for the lead.
But the most memorable one was during his MVP season, when there was just 1.4 seconds remaining against Dirk and the Mavs.
Oh my God, that is rough.
And yet, despite 4 scoring titles and the MVP, the most important thing was absent, an NBA championship. For that, he had to go to Golden State and join forces with the Splash Brothers. Even though many believed that was a weak move, the Warriors needed KD as much as he needed them. The proof of that came in Game 3 of the 2017 NBA Finals, with Cleveland.
Des just said the group chat demon. Hey, that's a serious nickname. That's a serious nickname.
Up by 2 with less than a minute remaining. There was only one player in the world who could just casually dribble the ball the entire length of the court and drill a long pull-up 3 over the outstretched arms of LeBron James.
Durant for 3. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown.
A year later, another finals, another Game 3, same opponent, and the same result.
Kevin Durant way outside. Delivers. Kevin Durant from
Fair play.
downtown. It's a 6-point game.
Those dagger three-pointers won the championships
Dirty
for the
3
Warriors.
points.
And even though he hit many big shots before and after when he was in Brooklyn, his legacy will forever be remembered by those 2 threes that sunk LeBron and the Cavs. But what about his partner in crime in those 2 championships? Steph Curry has made many big shots over his glorious career.
The ball puts up a 3-pointer.
Yeah, so many clutch moments they both have.
He won the Clutch Player of the Year in 2024 and has an endless catalog of clutch moments. His shots are loud, and he's elicited many bangs from Mike Breen.
Curry for 3. Bang!
Maybe one of the
I
greatest
love
ever
that.
was that 3 against OKC.
Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang!
Curry changed the game.
Shot from Curry with 6/10 of.
No one was doing 3-pointers like that until Curry came, and then obviously Clay with Curry at the same time is just too overpowered.
Yeah.
Like they changed the whole way basketball got
They
played.
were a very good duo as well.
Dangerous duo, man.
A second remaining.
In 2015, in Game 3 of the first-round playoff matchup against the Pelicans, Curry sent the game into overtime with not 1, but 2 clutch threes in the last 20 seconds.
Short offensive rebound. Curry again.
Oh my God, the angle that was in,
From
mad.
his early career, there was also the game winner against Orlando,
Curry for the lead.
Boston,
And 4. Curry's jumper.
and Dallas.
Curry with 3. Got Marion off his feet and scored.
However, his most clutch game in the playoffs has to be Game 4 of the 2022 Finals, when he dragged the Warriors to victory with 43 points, including 24 in the second half, shooting 7 for 11 from the field and 5 for 6 from 3.
It's good. Steph Curry from downtown.
And the coup de grace, which is French for death blow, has got to be those 2 performances he had at the 2024 Paris Olympics. First, against Serbia in the semifinals, where he exploded for 36 points, including 9 3-pointers, leading USA Basketball to a 17-point comeback victory over Jokic and company.
No way, what a comeback.
And then, in the finals, he did it again, with 4 threes in the last 3 minutes that sent France nuit nuit. In case you didn't know, that's
Poor
French
France.
for night night.
That's bad, dude.
And France.
Man, bruh, the guy doing the commentary, I thought he just done that as a nice pun. He actually said that.
Yeah.
That is deep. You know the French must have hated this man after that.
What?
Bro, man said good night in French.
What's wrong with that?
After taking your team out of the league. Bro, they're going to be pissed. I'll be like,
That's French
nah.
for night night.
Bro, you tell me French people are not going to be stressing over that. Of course they are. It's hilarious, but it's peak. And when I say stressing, I'm talking about like, not like, oh, I want to kill Steph Curry. I'm talking about, oh, we need our revenge on the court type of angry. Like,
Yeah.
we need to get revenge on the court. You know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe.
France, we We say that instead of night-night, so.
If there's anybody in the NBA that can go toe-to-toe with Curry when there's a discussion about deep three bombs in the clutch, it's number 0. You know what time it is. It's Dame time. Damian Lillard has been one of the most clutch players in recent NBA history, and his name has become synonymous with making big shots with the clock running down.
Yeah, he's clutch. He's very clutch. Wow.
In the playoffs alone, Lillard has a total of 31 shots that were crucial towards the outcome of the games, with an impressive 43.5% shooting efficiency. Lillard is also one of 2 players to have 2 separate buzzer beaters that ended a playoff series.
Oh, when he went bye-bye like that.
Not making the second round of the playoffs, the Blazers finally did it in 2014, thanks to Lillard. It was Game 6 of the first round against the Rockets, and it looked like Houston would force Game 7, as they held a 2-point lead with 0.9 seconds remaining. But then, Dame time was born.
Uh-oh.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off.
Oh my God! On the turn as well. On the spin. Nasty.
And 5 years later, in the first round against OKC, the Blazers were considered underdogs against Westbrook and Paul George. And yet, Lillard dominated the series, averaging 33 points per game, including 50 in the final Game 5. And that last shot was arguably the coldest shot of all time.
Lillard,
the step.
Bye-bye.
I think he's definitely up there as one of my favorite players. I'm not you saying he's my favorite. He's definitely maybe like
So who's your favorite?
top 5 or something. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't have a favorite player at the moment.
You had a favorite player.
Yeah, but I don't
things
have
change. This is the thing, though. What players do, unfortunately, outside the court affects our opinion on them, which is very stressful. So maybe we just don't even want to know what
I'm just in a limbo.
Yeah.
I'm just going to appreciate everyone as they are.
But maybe that's the best way to do it.
Before we go on to the final legend of this list, we'll give an honorable mention to some other legends and their iconic shots. First of all is Jerry West, whose nickname is Mr. Clutch, and who has hit one of the most insane buzzer beaters in NBA Finals history.
West throws it up.
Oh my God.
James Worthy was called Big Game James for a reason, just like Robert Horry, who's better known as Big Shot Bob.
That's like Will Smith.
Big Shot
Reggie
Bob.
Miller and his infamous 8 points in 9 seconds. And Tracy McGrady, who scored 13 points in 33 seconds against the Spurs.
Yeah, that was a mad one.
Ray Allen made the biggest 3 of his and LeBron James's career in 2013. Kyrie did the same in 2016. And we can't forget about Joe Johnson, whose number of career buzzer beaters trails only Michael Jordan. And then, finally, there's Dirk. Even though most fans won't say the blonde German's name when counting the most clutch players ever, that's the wrong perception. Standing at 7 feet with impeccable footwork, a high release point, and a feathery touch, Nowitzki was a master of hitting tough shots.
Dirk don't need no dribbles to score. Now he might be the ultimate phone booth guy. He don't need no dribbles to score.
Dirk's whole 2011 title run was filled with clutch baskets, but Dirk scored game winners pretty much his whole career. There's the 2006 buzzer beater against Toronto, and then this beautiful turnaround J over Reggie Evans. He had a friendly bounce against Carmelo in New York. And then the last game winner of his life with a complimentary butt tap from Kobe. Doesn't get much better than that. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, we have another one for you.
That was a good video.
Yeah.
I kind of ran through like all the top clutch guys.